Hi-ho, Total Ball Gamers! Today I'm gonna show you an elder one. We call it the King in Yellow. And now let me introduce you Hastur! So let's paint my first elder one, Hastur, the King in Yellow. And step number 1, looking at the art book. So this is Hastur, the King in Yellow, and this is the mini. We could see very few color, a lot of yellow here, the flesh here, tentacles in black, red, orange, here and here. Step number 2, the undercoat. To undercoat Hastur, I first use one black primer spray on all parts of the mini. Then I use a white primer spray with zenithal technique. The mini is clear on the top and darker at the bottom. And step number 3, applying the primer color, starting with the flesh. For the flesh, we use a primer flesh paint, for example here the Army Painter War Paints Barbarian Flesh, and we put it on this part. So we get this, and step number 4, we are making the yellow for the suit. So we start to make the limit in yellow, then we put color inside. Painting with gloves and camera is very hard, and I have only one try to make this mini. Yellow is a very light color. Make 2, 3 or more layers to make the final result. The yellow of the top will be always clear, but the yellow at the bottom. We have put a second yellow base color on the mini, so we get this. And now we're gonna apply 2 highlights, one on the tentacles here and one on the mini. So for the mini we will use a yellow base plus white base, and we mix it. Then we will underwriting all the edges. For the base and the tentacle we will use a dry brush, using for example the Cthulhu dry Terminator stone, and we will brush all the tentacles. Using a small dry brush I will brush all this part. So we could see that all the edges, the teeth here, are highlights. For the light of the yellow mini here, I will use a different technique, mixing two base, one yellow and one white, and we mix it to get a very pale yellow, the lighter you can. Then you take a small brush and we're gonna underwrite all the edges. We'll highlight the top of the head and the shoulders. So we made a pre-highlight on the top. We get this with a strong highlight on the top, on the shoulders and the head. While the mini is drying, we're gonna make a range on the balls. We'll take a base orange, a small brush, there is a third one here. That's it. We could let it dry and we will remove the mistake here. Then next step, we're gonna start to use washes, and we'll start with the flesh of Hastur here. For that I will use a wash, a shader, a zombie shader from Zombicide Warpens from the Army Painter. I found the flesh here is too light, so I will darken it using the Army Painter Quick Shade Dark Tone, and I put it in on the wash, on the flesh. the flesh was too light, so I darkened it using a wash, a dark tone from the army painter. I put on the flesh here. Then I will dry brush the balls here and here with dry set from Cthulhu. I'll take a Cthulhu dry Xenopelson and I brush we let it dry. For the next step, I will put a black shade on all the tentacle. I will use a Citadel Null Oil gloss, put it on all the tentacles here. Next step, I will use a dark tone plus a Citadel medium, and I will put it on the mini here, except tentacles. I will put a shade Cassandra yellow citadel on the balls here. Final step, I will apply a strong tone washes on the yellow part. The mini is finally dry. We get this. The tentacles are shining. Using shade Null Oil Gloss, it makes a contrast with the rest. The mini is lighter on the top and darker at the bottom, and Hastur is light on the edges. This video is finished. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. By subscribing to Total Board Games, you will find other tutorials on Cthulhu Death Medal Box and other many games. And now it's time for me to say you good play, good game and goodbye.